Thank you for joining me on the Endless Mountain Network. My name is Derek, and there's a book that I like which is called The Book of Tells by Peter Collett. Originally, I purchased this a few years ago for the purposes of reading people at the poker table, but there is a lot of good information on here for pretty much anything when you want to find the truth on people. This does help you find out when people are lying, people are sincere, people are exaggerating, people are uncomfortable, people are extremely comfortable, people are dominating, people are submissive. It has so many of these great characteristics, and you can find so much. I should read this again because I've only read about 20% of this book. But there was something in here I read that was significant to what was on here. And what here is a video that was on the internet on Monday from yesterday's Kudlow report on CNBC. I know I'm not supposed to be putting uncopyrighted information on. However, this is very important. This information comes from CNBC with the voices of Larry Kudlow, who is the host of the show, along with Peter Schiff, the author of the little book of Bull Moves in Bear Markets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Phil the Careless Part 2 at the time of 3 minutes and 46 seconds on. What this is, Peter Schiff is talking about the economic situation, and later on what you're going to see happening is when he's talking what I consider truth. Well, just listen, you're going to hear Larry Kudlow show a lack of respect, in my opinion.
Yeah, the main problem is, though, this economy, it can't be fixed in the way that we want to fix it. It's like, I remember you guys used to talk about Goldilocks. The reality is we did have a fairy tale economy, but it was Humpty Dumpty. And we can't fix it now. We can't put it back to the way it was because the way it was didn't work. We need to allow the markets to apply the only solution that will possibly work. We need to liquidate the bad debts. We need to go back to savings and production. We can't keep borrowing and spending. We can't do what Warren Buffett is advocating now. We need to do what he advocated back in 2004.
But Peter, what about the dollar? We talked about this earlier. The dollar...
Oh, Peter, what about the dollar? He cut him off. He totally cut him off and changed the subject. He did that out of fear, of course, but he was uncomfortable with the situation, and that's what this book talks about. When someone is uncomfortable with the subject, they will quite often change the subject. And a lot of times what they'll even do to go above it, they'll try to discriminate the person or try to use whatever they can against what the person is saying. And the only thing that Kudlow could talk about was against the dollar, because obviously, once again, Peter Schiff, he's got good points. We'll see in the long term if he is right, but he is not able to handle the truth on this economic situation. And this is part of the whole tells. He's uncomfortable. He had to cut him off, and he had to change the subject. So to me, like that's a shame in the sense, but I guess that's evolution for you. Let me just bring it back again. Listen to the way he says the dollar.
We need to do what he advocated back in 2004.
But Peter, what about the dollar? We talked about it earlier. The dollar is on a tear. We're up against it.
It's on a tear, guys. It's on a tear.
You don't like the dollar. You're betting against the dollar, are you not? Why do you think the dollar is so strong?
Yeah, well, I've been betting against it for a long time, and it dropped precipitously from about 2002 up until the middle of last year.
Yeah, so that's all Kudlow could do. And it was even funny before, because when gold was getting hit, he would totally rub it in Peter Schiff's face. Yet you don't see, in my opinion, I don't see Peter Schiff rubbing it in his face so much when he is right. He'll acknowledge the fact he's right. He even said that he predicted 5 to 7 ounces of gold the Dow Jones would be worth this year. He didn't, when he first said 7, he's like, maybe 5. And then 7 came after like 2 months. And 5, I mean, he even said he didn't expect it to happen this fast. But nonetheless, this is tells. It looked like Kudlow was uncomfortable. YouTube, I hope you allow me to put this on, because to me, this is very important information. Thank you very much for watching the Endless Mountain Network. Peace and light, and have yourself a magnificent day, everyone. Bye-bye.